Didn't even realize it was 9:30. Oh, it's pre-market. Never mind. Basically, it would be a play to the 9:30 high. But it's bouncing off a pre-market gap. I mean, it looks nice, for sure. Actually, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. Didn't get it. Okay. Damn, I'm stuck in the middle of the 30-second opening range. Looks like we're gonna go take out the 9:30 high. Okay, we're gonna go BE as soon as it hits the high. Okay, break even. Okay, so the plan here is when it hits this, we're just gonna drag our stop. I should have stayed. I should have stayed, bro. To the tick, bro. To the tick. They saw me move it. Where did I get in? Let me just check. Damn. Damn, dude, damn. I should have. I didn't realize that was 1R, man. That was not good. Because I had my. I had this up here, which was wrong. I mean, for the sizing, it's fine, but I don't know. I guess it does need to be here anyway for me to get all the risk, right? But I should have kept stop at break even and not up to that level. That sucks. That feels not good. What's above us? Is a data high at... Wait, this is not... There we go. 26. Oh. This isn't valid, unfortunately. Really spiked that up. That's so annoying. Or mid incoming. Or mid incoming. Maybe not. Opening range low or opening range high possibility. The issue is that we're bullish. You know what I mean? That's the real problem. Gone. Goodbye, opening range high. It was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you, opening range high. Stacked gaps. Well, there's a 1 minute also. Come on, take the low, take the low. Ooh, that was a rough close, though. This has to be a 1 minute now. We could spike this and then come back up. That'd be fine. Okay, if we come back up and don't inverse, no. Oh. Okay then. That's why we don't enter when it inverses the first gap. Because this would have been the trade. But I gotta stop. We have news at 10? No. We had PPI and we have FOMC at 2. Hmm. Be interesting if we bounce again. They're creating some stuff over here. This didn't even sweep. Technically this was a redelivery, but not really to anything quite yet. There's a 1 minute to go lower to or a low potentially. We closed below on the 1 minute, but we didn't. We already swept the swing point, so it's not valid. So I think really what we're looking for here is 6 a.m. Looks like ES is a bit weaker. Have an SMT currently. We're definitely closer to the 6 a.m. low currently, but looking at this, I mean, we're kind of actually. Let me just zoom out. What are we doing? Like this could be a higher low. This could be the start of a new trend almost. I guess if I look at, because we've sold off a lot, right? So if I look at from the high, oh, not that. If I look at the high to the low, we stopped at 0.38 level. So we could still do some rebalancing potentially, that, or this is just going to be an opportunity to go lower. Man, it's really unfortunate I didn't get that win. That's the kind of thing where like I just have to be I have to be perfect. Like that was the difference between $500 and 80. So it's rough, man. It's rough. Like I'm glad I was right. I'm glad I took it. I'm glad it was a good setup. But I think I just can't be trailing my stop at all. Like I trailed to under this candle, which like felt sort of right, but like I should have just kept it BE, like at my BE. Giving the trade more room, like yeah, the difference between $80 and like going BE, like you know what I mean? When the potential upside is so much more, it's just not worth it. It's almost 10. This year's like 6 a.m. high is eons away. Here's 10. I think if we're gonna get anything, it's gonna be either this open slash data high or 6 a.m. low. Mm. It was now really up there now. Would I even take an FEGC from here, man? Would I even? I feel like I wouldn't. Okay, I mean, if we stay bearish on this candle, now the question is, do I try to wait for 6 a.m. higher low? I mean, this PA is not all respect to the market. It's not conducive to high probability plays right here, you know? Hey, I'm thinking about this trade. I'm thinking about it, right? I feel a a fear that I'm gonna get wicked and that price is not ready because of what I'm looking at. And I can't say for certain that yesterday's price action is not affecting me. The fact that I didn't see anything. I mean, I saw all the setups yesterday, and none of them worked to that 6 a.m. Uh, it's feeling like we were not ready. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're finding a whole lot here, Bob. Yes, took the opening range low. There, opening range low's gone. Okay, 6 a.m. low. 6 a.m. low, though, you know what I mean? I'd love to tap this, and then respects. If we can move down here. Mm, we're struggling too much here. I'm feeling nervous. This is within my rules. This is within my rules. We turn up the music to calm my nerves because I'm feeling nervous. I might go break even at the swing. We'll see. I'd rather not have a loss here. I think that's reasonable. Given how price action has been, especially. Gotta get out, man. Said I was gonna be B right there, and we took it, and now we're moving up, so that's just what I'm gonna do. I think I want to play it safe. I lost about $8. Maybe we come back down, right? Maybe we do. But yeah, I want to conserve my mental capital as well. Am I starting to regret that decision? Yeah, I am. But given the way that price action was going today, I'm not like super upset to not be in this trade. It's after session. Yeah, 6 a.m. hasn't gotten hit. Price action hasn't been great. So, so be it. It's possible I could get a 30-second. It's possible we don't even hit the 6 a.m. Here's the thing, though, right? It's like my data tells me that I should just sit in this trade. You know what I mean? And then eventually, even if this loses, eventually it'll work. it'll work out, right? Uh, I apologize. I let my fear take over. That's completely deserved. That's completely deserved. I was vulnerable to my fear from yesterday. I was thinking about this after. The fact that I lost yesterday really isn't a problem, right? It's the fact that I lost and then kept trading and then took another small loss. That's really the problem. So I shouldn't let that consume me, right? And now here's what's gonna like, and I have to anticipate this for tomorrow. I missed two trades today, right? I need to be careful that I'm not trying to jump in trades because I want to make money tomorrow. Because I missed, I feel like I'm owed this, right? Like, I mean, this is a good time to go over everything. Why was this a good trade? Okay, so let's walk through this. Because at the very least, maybe we didn't make as much as we could have today, but we've learned about what to look out for. So my mentor was taking this off the pre-market. This looks like visually, this looks great. We're in this uptrend. There's a huge wick here, rejecting here. Like it looks great. This isn't part of my rules, so I didn't take it. Okay, I didn't take it. What I did do is I waited, and we see a 30-second get formed right here. It would have been cool to have this close, but whatever. We got a break of structure, right? So we got a break of structure right here. I had my stop. Oh, hold on. Scroll over here. So I don't remember where I had my stop, but regardless, right? Actually, let me just move it over here because this one had a unique entry. Okay. Yeah, so stop probably somewhere down here because of the swing point, right? Now, I didn't get in right here. I didn't like the risk reward. I was hesitating a little bit. I'll be honest. I was hesitating slightly. So what do? I know that I want to be break even at the high. Okay, so I did. I went break even at this high, and I had it. I had it right here. As soon as this candle moved up, I moved my break even to the original entry point that I would have gotten in if I hadn't waited. And then got wicked, right? Now, why did I do that? Well, in my head, I'm thinking, well, this candle's a big move. Maybe that'll help protect it, basically, right? Maybe there's some people willing to buy it right here that won't let me get stopped out. It's basically what was my thinking. But this was securing $80, right? This is securing $80. And if this raises my probability of getting stopped by like any more than what, like 20%, it's not worth it. Because I could have kept my stop right here. Right? And if we drag this over, that hits 1-to-1. And I'm in green this whole time. It's not even 1-to-1 because my position is here. It's almost 1-to-2. So, and I would have gotten out here. This is where I would have gotten out because I entered with 8 contracts instead of 10 contracts. Right? But still. So yeah, I don't think there's any point in trailing my stop unless it's going to be what I'm going to describe coming up here. Okay. So in here, there's basically nothing. Like we're looking at just nothing. Would have been nice to get this opening range high. We didn't. You know, that happens all the time. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Yeah, just nothing. This was the first point where we saw maybe something going on. So we'll hop over to the 1 minute and look. So actually, I'm gonna go back to the 30-second for 1 second here. So what we saw is we saw this come down. And this is like, we're breaking it out of this range right now, is what we're doing. For basically the first time since this opening range low. So originally we were looking for the opening range low. Obviously didn't get that. That got swept out here, essentially, right? So then we see this coming back up. Now if we can stay below here, we're looking at the 6 a.m. I mean, I'm looking at the 6 a.m. anyway. Like, I think this is going to be a hit, right? Because the 6 a.m. high is so far away. So we're coming up. If this had gotten a delivery, that would have been fine right here. But instead we inverse. So that's when we go over to the 1 minute. Because we inverse this first gap, and these are two stacked on top of each other. So we need to go to a time frame where that isn't inversed. Okay. Then we're waiting. It is struggling here. I'll admit, right? It's struggling here for a long time. And given what we were seeing up here, and yeah, given what we were seeing up there, that maybe even was a part of a rationalization. Like, in all honesty, I didn't want to lose. Right? I was scared to get in this position to begin with because I didn't want to lose. Because I saw yesterday we didn't hit the 6 a.m. That is super, 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 super unlikely in my testing. But regardless, I get in this position, just like this, basically. And then I say that I'm gonna get out when it hits this swing because I don't want to lose. Yeah, that's just not there. Yeah, that's not part of the rules. I rationalized it, and like that could be something that somebody might do. That's not what I do, right? That's not part of my rules. This isn't a reversal point. This is a random. This is a random low. This is nothing. This is nothing, right? It's absolutely nothing. The 6 a.m. low is down here. If it's gonna reverse, it's gonna do it here, and it didn't. But so it was struggling here at my entry, and I got out. I shouldn't have done that. I was afraid of losing. I was thinking about what happened yesterday. This just shouldn't have happened, right? Okay. So then, what it does obviously is it does struggle. It does struggle here for a moment, and then it runs. Now in my testing, I sit. I don't touch my position until it hits my target. So like let's say the 6 a.m. was here, okay? Or even here, right? Whatever. Could have been any one of these spots, right? Let's say the 6 a.m. is here. Once it hits this, I'm going to break even. Okay? Even if it hasn't hit my one to one yet, I'm going to break even. Now, what I've been noticing is exactly like what happened today in this spot. It hits my one to one. It doesn't even wick it, which I guess makes sense because my one to one isn't even at the draw. You know what I mean? So what I could do, which a lot of people do, is just hold to this draw, right? I just hold. I set my take profit here. I think I'm less inclined to do that because sometimes it doesn't reach it, and I'd rather just have the one to one, right? But in cases like this, it blows through my one to one. It doesn't even come back to it, right? It doesn't come back to it at all, not even close. So what I'd rather do in this case is, I think what I'd rather do is initially I want to set my profit to 2R, okay? Now let's have this be my stop. So normally what I would do is if it hit the draw, right, I'd move it to break even, okay? In this case, what I think I'm going to do is in all cases, when it hits my one to one, maybe not in all cases, we'll have to see, but especially in cases like this where the draw is not in my one to one, instead of setting my TP here, holy shit, setting it at 2, and then when it hits my one to one, I drag my stop to my one to one, right? Now, I'm risking like a really fast wick and reversal, but again, especially when like this isn't even a draw, like this is just a random spot. There's no reason it should do that. You know what I mean? Um, and if it ends up coming back and like I miss it, right? It's just gonna close me out early anyway, and maybe I'm gonna miss some profit. But the upside is, right, in cases like this especially, and again, I think what I just described should be pretty unlikely because, again, it's just a random spot. What I'm looking for is exactly what happened today. I drag my stop one to one, it blows through my one to one, and either hits this or even hits like 2R or whatever, and I just like, I mean, maybe I get out at 2R, or maybe I like this. Maybe I don't even have this 2R. Maybe I have this down here on the next rotation. And I drag it down here or something, right? Or maybe I drag it to this rotation or whatever, okay? That way, I don't have to hold 2 draws on liquidity necessarily when they're outside of my one to one. So in this way, I'm essentially like, I'm removing the risk. I'm locking in the one to one and holding to draws at the same time, and not holding to the one to one or taking, or holding to the draw or taking the one to one. I'm doing like both as best as I can handle. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do. But yeah, main lessons is this position management, which like this was position management. I was in the right position. I managed it incorrectly, right? I had absolutely no reason to touch my stop loss after I moved to break even. Like not even a little bit. It's not in the rules. I shouldn't have done it, right? Um, I'm thinking now, part of the reason I did, I just wanted to be green after yesterday. I wanted like a little bit of green, right? But that's not in the rules, and we know we're backed with fucking data that if I just follow the rules, it's gonna be fine. And this is what happens. Like following, like breaking the rules a little bit and like getting green. Yeah, was I green? Sure, okay. But I would like, regardless of what happened, I was already green because my stop is here, right? Like I'm already good. I'm already BE, and that's as good as a win. So like, yeah, was I green? Yeah. And the thing that got me that actually lost me money, ironically, it made me $80, but it lost me another 100 or another $400. So that's number one, position management. So this is part of that, right? Number two, I need to number one, I think going into each day, I need to think about how the previous day affected me. So like today, I missed these two trades. I need to make sure that tomorrow I acknowledge that in my brain and I'm not hopping in trades to just like recoup what I quote unquote lost today. Right? And I need to acknowledge that fear and like just I need these rules like drilled into my brain because I know what I need to do. Like when I am backtesting, if this is fucking FX replay, I am not getting out early here because I'm watching a 1 minute candle like wick back and forth, okay? And I'm like flashing back to like it's just reversing and like my number is red. I'm not thinking about that in FX replay, right? I'm thinking it's closed below. This is a good like the 6 a.m. is right here. And we're delivering. And we broke out of a range. Like if anything, yes, we just took the OR low. So maybe that's bad, okay? But regardless, like there's enough going right here that if I'm in FX replay, I'm taking this trade, right? This is good enough for me. It's right here. It's like we're breaking down. It's pretty. This looks pretty obvious to me that we're gonna hit the 6 a.m. So there's no shot that I should ever touch this shit. I should never, ever, ever move my stop like that. If I'm in a trade, I have to accept this fucking loss. The only thing I'm thinking right now is if this had lost, I would have been here saying it just swept this opening range low. And then I shouldn't be in this trade. You know what I mean? May close back below. Man, okay, you know what? That's a problem for another day. I have no idea if this is because yeah, if this is a loss and I was saying that to myself, I would be right. Like we did just sweep that, but we're. I mean, I don't know what to say. We're breaking down and like it just kind of looks. I guess like the difference is like if let's like reverse this. If we sweep this opening range high, and then I get a setup right here, going here. I want it less, but I don't know why. I mean, the context is different because we were consolidating for longer and then breaking out of the range more aggressively. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the only thing that is giving me more conviction. It's also like we were in a huge downtrend. Oh, I mean, the other thing is like it's not quite the same because this is a 1 hour, but like ignoring that. I don't know. There's like some intuition going on here. I'm not really sure about. I think if I just like, I'm trying to be like super non-biased. If I saw a setup here after sweeping this, it's like worse. I guess it also like if this 1 minute held and I got a setup up here, I probably would have just waited to see something over here. I don't really know. I guess that it must be like this breakdown thing in my head is like better, which I think is true. It's hard to describe, I guess. Anyway, a little off track. Yeah, we're gonna look at tomorrow. We're just gonna tomorrow. All we gotta do is trade well, and maybe that means not taking a trade. Maybe that means we lose. Okay, and that's a hard thing for me to accept, but that's what it means because I'm in a fucking simulation. I'm on FX replay. That's what I have to tell them. I'm on FX replay. I am on FX replay right now. I'm taking this shit. You know? All right. I'm also testing another strategy, potentially automated. We'll see how it goes. All right, bye.